The woman was about to die. Her skin was bright red, her lips were black, and a large amount of white smoke was coming out of her mouth. The next second, the woman collapsed and died. As she died, the second and third victims quickly collapsed outside the mall. At this point, a woman noticed something was wrong and warned everyone not to move, or they would die. Half an hour later, the FBI arrived. Fully armed agents inspected the area and confirmed there was no airborne virus. Upon hearing this, the doctor immediately entered the quarantine zone. After examination, he found that all these people had died from spontaneous combustion. Though their faces showed little abnormality, their internal organs had already been burned to charcoal. To determine the cause, the doctor obtained Jessica's consent and drew a sample of blood from her arm. At this point, the doctor noticed a stain on Jessica's fingertip. Jessica told him it might have been from the elevator. Soon, the doctor discovered something resembling a virus in the blood. If the virus had been attached to the elevator handrail, it would have been wiped off by now and couldn't have infected so many people. At that moment, the agent made a discovery below the elevator. The doctor took a closer look and found that these were self-replicating nanobots. Though extremely small in size, they contained immense energy. Once they detected human movement, the robots would release a massive amount of heat, cooking the person to death. To develop an antidote, a patient was needed for the experiment. Upon hearing this, Jessica volunteered to participate. The doctor quickly prepared the antidote based on the nanobot's characteristics. However, just seconds before the antidote was synthesized, Jessica's body temperature suddenly spiked to 105 degrees. At the critical moment, Oliver tightly grasped her hand, causing Jessica's body temperature to quickly return to normal. Jessica asked her how she did it, but Oliver herself was unaware. Half an hour later, all the people infected by the robots were injected with the antidote. After investigating, the doctor discovered that the mastermind behind all this was his arch-rival Bailey. Now that his plan to destroy the city had been foiled, his next plan followed immediately. That night, a beam of light reflected off a satellite and descended from the sky, piercing through a 30-story building and heading straight for the underground. Beneath the building lay a massive oil field. If the oil field were detonated, the entire city would be obliterated in an instant. Using the Pythagorean theorem, the doctor quickly pinpointed the location of the satellite controller. Ollie and the others received the message and rushed to the site. Working in perfect sync, they simultaneously shut down the reflecting satellite, averting another crisis for the city. But Bailey would not give up so easily.